What's good, y'all? It is your boy Nice, and welcome to the fight room. Deontay Wilder defeats Luis Ortiz by astonishing fashion with that straight right hand to knock him out in the 7th round, and makes a key mark in the heavyweight division. Shout out to Luis Ortiz for making a good fight. He was pushing forward and actually being more of the aggressor to me, and throwing them rights and trying to figure out Wilder, and Wilder just didn't let him get too close and was waiting for that right hand all night, setting him up, and sure enough took him out of there. Shout outs to Wilder once again for claiming that crown in the heavyweight division. Now, who's next? Tyson Fury? We all want to see that. I know I want to see the rematch. It was a good fight. It was talks maybe that February 22nd that might happen, but you know about the network situation, ESPN, Tyson Fury's on that side, and you know Wilder's on PBC. And we've heard also that PBC is coming up with their own belts. That's another story. And you know, boxing right now, man, it's boxing is good, but at the same time, is everybody, like all these promoters are doing their own thing, and they're coming up with these ideas, and is actually like is actually tearing apart the sport slowly. It's not happening yet, but it's actually impacting the sport, because now Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder has fought before, and now it seems like it's a harder fight to make. You know, and it's unfortunate because it shouldn't be this way. You know, Al Heyman is making these new belts for PBC. They're going to be their own brand in boxing. And that means that any other promoter might not even be able to fight with their fighters, which is unfortunate, because then how do we know for sure who's the best? But that's another story. Who's next? Fury, or maybe the winner of Joshua Ruiz? We know the upset that happened with Ruiz knocking out Joshua, and a lot of fight experts, and myself including, think that it wasn't a fluke. You know, Ruiz was prepared for that fight. Joshua probably wasn't prepared, like he wasn't really working out and taking his guy serious, and looked at him like a piece of cake. But unfortunately, it backfired on him, and I think to me, Joshua is really focused and know that he can't take nothing lightly, and is going to be more prepared in the second fight. But to me, I think it's going to be the same outcome. Unfortunately, Ruiz is not no slouch. He's not a slouch. He's a pretty good fighter. He can crack, and he knows how to set up punches, and he knows how to move in there and attack you in the right time, and put punches together. So, you know, I think it's going to be the same outcome on December 7th with that fight, but that's another story, because I'm thinking that whoever wins out of that fight might be able to fight Wilder, or maybe the Tyson Fury, man. I don't know, man, but something's got to give. These promoters got to get together, man. It's been a long time coming, man, and we got to stick together and make the sport a better sport, not tear it down. But unfortunately, that's what's happening. You know, we got the Zone doing its own thing, we got PBC doing its own thing, then we got ESPN doing their own thing, and Showtime, you know, linked sort of with PBC, and they do fights here and there. But you know, it is what it is, man. Hopefully this shit could just stop, because I want to see the best fights, man, and the best fights cannot be made this way. So, but shout out to Wilder for winning a fight by knockout. And Wilder, man, let me say something too. You know, he was being very patient in that fight, and I think that Wilder should be more productive in the fight and making more of a challenge, I guess, for the opponent that he faces, because he just stays there, man, and he just always be patient and just sets up that right and is good night. And I get it. If you can do that, do it. But, you know, it wasn't enough action for me. I think that Luis Ortiz was making the action in the fight, And Wilder needs to pick it up as far as making more of the action in some of his fights. Shout out to Wilder. He's a good fighter. Don't get it messed up. Not taking nothing away from him, but when, come on, man, we paying with pay-per-view. We're paying for these fights. We need to see some more action. But shout out to Wilder. Good fight. You already know it is your boy Nice. Don't forget, share the fight room.